Now with this Grinch, even in the song, they say the fellow with the teeth all yellow. Yet this fool right here has perfectly formed teeth that are whiter than the snow.
Man, he got them bleached.
Yes.
I mean, he got caps on his teeth.
Yeah, crowns.
Yeah, he look like Denzel Washington right now. Shave, and I mean all over his body. I bet there'd be a fine ass man under there. I bet he wouldn't be so mean when everybody saw how fine he was.
And he'd be pink.
Yeah, but you know what? He'd be a lot happier because I bet everybody would see how pretty he is. And that's why I want to tell the Grinch and everybody else out there, for all you Grinches out there and everyone else, I want to tell you about the Shit, Shower, and Shave Kit right here from, and I got the box right here from Dollar Shave Club. And the Grinch would have been very happy because they would have sent this straight to him. And as I said, this is being offered to you too also for only $5.
$5.
$5, Martin, this shit shower and shave kit. Shaving and shitting has never been more economical, Martin.
I like to do all those things.
Oh, well, now you can do it on the cheap. And I'm opening this box, and what you have in here are sampled size versions of some of their most popular items. I have the executive razor right here with the cartridges. Now, Martin, what I want you to do is, this ain't no cheap razor right here, Martin. I want you to feel the weight on that.
Let me see that thing. Ooh. It's got a good weight.
Oh, Martin, look
and
at
a nice balance to it as well.
Oh, that's Martin.
Perfect. Ergonomic?
I know. I was about to say, quit looking at that. Look at me. That is quality.
Oh, yes, it is.
But, Martin, if you want to get a nice, smooth shave, got to have the right shave butter for it right there.
The butter's everything.
The butter is everything, Martin. I know you got a tasty looking face right now, but once you put that butter on there, it's downright delicious.
Spread it on with a butter knife.
Spread it all over that mug of yours, Martin. Oh, when I said that the Grinch needs to shave his whole body, I meant it, man. And with that shave butter, he's going to get a smooth shave. And now all he has to do is go in and clean that body with the body cleanser right here. I am holding Amber Lavender. Smell. I tell you what.
Let me smell that.
Pop it open. Take a whiff, Mark. Ooh. Take a sniff. All right, the other nostril.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, don't make the other nostril jealous. There you go.
Ooh.
You know, a lot of people say that the reason why the Grinch was so angry is because he had dirty ass. Didn't know how to wipe it properly. That is where we have the one wipe Charlie's right here, Martin. Yeah, Martin, if he had been wiping his ass with the one wipe Charlie's, Christmas would have been saved. You know, good deals like this don't come along all the time, so this is available for a limited time only for $5, as I said. And after the first box, you'll get replacement cartridges for only a few bucks each month. So don't be a Grinch. Let everybody see that pretty face of yours. Dollar Shave Club has you covered from face to ass. And I want you to go to dollarshaveclub.com/toasted to take advantage of this deal. Again, that is dollarshaveclub.com/toasted. And I want to thank Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video. As I said, Martin, this is a very special occasion. The Grinch only comes about once every 2 generations. You know, there's been about 20-year gaps in between every time the Grinch shows up. So tonight we're giving our full attention. The only review we got is the Grinch right here. And, you know, the kids they're more savvy today. They don't want that old 2D animation. They want that flat ass Grinch. You know, they don't even want Jim Carrey, that old motherfucker. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to watch this. No, the kids love the CG and Illumination. You know, the one that produced the Minions. They're Martin's favorite little things.
Oh, yeah.
Illumination.
Hey, it's not that we can't illuminate and make even blander than it ever was before.
I love when look, I ain't even messing with Martin, but I love when those minions pop up because every time I see them pop up, I think they just fucked with Martin personally. Because every time they come up, every Martin's like, good Lord, these sons of bitches. Illumination! Man, shut the fuck up. Martin hates those minions. You know what? Maybe this is what we're getting here. Maybe this is a movie about, a colorful film about the commercialization of Christmas. If there's any time for the Grinch, it's now to show us the way in the era of our over-commercialized ways. And that's one of the things I was saying about this, Martin. I said, you know something? I could get with this right here. I'm not a huge fan of the live-action Grinch. Sure. But you know something? We're going back to animation. Yeah. Going back to the roots.
Right.
I could be down with this. And I don't mind a new shiny CG shade or a new coat of paint on there. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. So let's go ahead and see if the power of CG can actually bring the message of the Grinch to new, brightly colored and exciting life. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer, and Martin and myself will come back and tell you about the movie after this.
Man, shut the fuck up.
If I'm gonna become Santa, then I need to get into character. It's go time. We are the Grinch.
If you have seen the trailer before, you might recognize that's the voice of Benedict Cumberbatch in there, along with some other famous voices that, if you see the film, you might recognize. Kenan Thompson, Pharrell Williams.
Is he the narrator?
He's the narrator. Angela Lansbury came out of retirement. She said, you know what, don't call me, with the Grinch.
The Grinch?
Oh, well,
I'll be right there.
Oh, I won't do this for anybody, but the Grinch, he only comes back every other generation. So next time he come back, I ain't gonna be on this earth, so I better go now. The Grinch calls, people listen, because the man's a legend, which is why you cannot talk about any remake of the Grinch, Martin, without talking about the 1966 classic, the one that was animated by Chuck Jones, narrated by Boris Karloff. And you got to talk about this because there are people who are still big fans of the original, young and old. So we don't want to be these two old Negroes up here just talking about that old shit, Martin. Man, give it up, y'all. That was y'all's Grinch. Talk about my Grinch.
We want a new Grinch. We want our own Grinch.
You had your Grinch, and you messed him up. Let us start over with a new Grinch. Let's go ahead and compare Grinches. The original Grinch that we had, this guy, he was beyond being an asshole.
Yeah.
He was ill. He was mentally unstable.
Well, they sing that song about him, and you're like, yeah, that's him.
Garlic
in his soul compared him to a greasy black banana.
A greasy black ass banana peel. He like, damn, I can't even be a yellow bar, even a brown. I gotta be a black ass banana peel.
And he's like, you goddamn right I am.
Yeah. But the only time he walk out that cave, Martin, is to perch on that cliff right there and just look down with hatred and scorn on Whoville for no reason at all. As much as we're talking about how mean and surly and hateful and spiteful and scornful and bitter the Grinch was, that's what made him the Grinch.
Yeah.
And like Martin said, when you're hearing that song,
you're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
You goddamn right I am. That's me.
The only time he smiles is when he's doing the most evil thing
possible. Oh yeah, that's the only time. Hell, even Oscar the Grouch is like, God damn! I thought I was an asshole. I ain't got nothing on now. I'm going inside. If the Grinch ran down that hill into the middle of Whoville, those people would be terrified.
Yeah.
Those people would be horrified at him. And you know what? That's what this trailer for this Grinch that we have, this new Grinch 2018, that's what this trailer tries to make you think that we have here. They try to make you think that, he's worse than the original Grinch. They try to make you think that, this guy, not only is he just mean and surly, but he's actually violent. When you see the trailer, you do see him actually assaulting people, physically assaulting people.
You're a mean one, mister.
Nobody give a fuck. Shut your ass up. Nobody ask you anything. With this Grinch that we have right here, I'm here to tell you, no matter what you see with this Grinch right here, that's not him that you see in that trailer. This Grinch right here, where they try to make him look like, oh, he's so much worse than that Grinch. Baby, I know this Grinch. and that's not him. He's soft.
This Grinch is soft. He's bitch made.
He is soft. Yeah, bitch made and made again.
They're like, you're a mean one. Well, you're not really that mean. You're just not nice.
They still
You're kind of nice. You're not overly kind. That's all.
Exactly. Exactly. That this
You have some bad days. That's about it.
soft. I'm telling you.
I'm like, how did he get the name the Grinch? Because he don't do shit.
That's all he got is that name. You know what? The original Grinch, if he went to jail, he could handle his shit. This bitch go to jail. No, hell no. He wouldn't last a night.
He'd throw himself on the mercy of the court and cry.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody would walk away because they'd be so disgusted by the display he would lay out.
Yeah. I heard about you, Grinch. You think you bad, huh?
No, not me.
You ain't wrong, please.
I had an unhappy childhood. You don't understand.
This Grinch right
I'll
here.
suck your dick.
Shit, I was just gonna take your cigarettes, but okay. So with that other Grinch being isolated alone in a hermit, this new Grinch that we have here, not only does he mingle with the Who's down in Whoville, but he goes grocery shopping in Whoville.
Yeah.
And the Who's know him. The Who actually. He's like their neighbor. He's a neighbor, and some of them are cool with him.
Yeah.
They like
him a lot.
Actually, he's walking around like, "Hey, Mr. Grinch," and he's like, "Oh, okay." You know, like,
there he goes again. That crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like this guy Bricklebomb with his happy ass. He loves the Grinch. Grinch just talks shit about him, and he's just like, "Oh, Grinch, well, boy, you crazy, man."
The mayor wants Christmas to be 3 times bigger this year. I gotta say, it's really nice to see you laughing.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I don't speak ridiculous. Oh, you're a scream. Have a nice life. Goodbye.
Do you ever remember the Grinch going down and just hanging with people?
No, not at all.
Just cooling out.
That would have been unheard of. Now, tell me if you noticed this. With our 1966 Grinch, he had some really bad, fucked up teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Now, with this Grinch, even in the song, they say the fellow with the teeth all yellow. Yet this fool right here has perfectly formed teeth that are whiter than the snow.
Man, he got them bleached.
Yes.
I mean, he got caps on his teeth.
Yeah, crowns.
Yeah, he looked like Denzel Washington right now. When he goes down to Whoville, I kind of understand why he doesn't like the people. Like he don't go down there to mess with people. He kind of does a little bit, but mostly the people started. He kind of messing with people because they put him in a bad mood. Like when he's walking around, he don't want to be bothered, but those Christmas carolers are all up on his ass.
Right.
They're pretty much stalking him.
Yeah.
Even to the point where they can see he don't like it, so they just flat out just start fucking with him. Mm-hmm. God rest ye merry Jan. And they creep up on him, snapping the fingers and everything. He's all trapped. Max! Oh, Max! Oh, Max! I just want to be left alone.
Yeah, they're like an a cappella group out of control.
Yeah, like a cappella gang. I can see why he doesn't like these people too much because they're a little too happy. Just a little bit.
I guess.
But they messing with him a little bit.
Those people, yeah.
Yeah, those people. Not everybody. I actually like the neighbor who's voiced by Kenan Thompson.
Right.
I actually think he's funny.
Yeah.
So it's it's not like some things that make me laugh. Like Kenan Thompson, actually, whenever he came on, I thought he was funny. And Kenan Thompson's just a funny guy anyway. He is Bricklebomb.
He's a
the
funny
neighbor.
guy, but
I don't know about him doing his voice the whole time. It was like,
Nah, he wasn't Kermit Martin. Come on.
hey, listen to it. That's how he's doing it.
I gotta say, it's really nice to see you laughing.
Sorry.
That sounds like Kenan Thompson to me, man.
When he first walked up on him.
Okay, no, all right, yeah. No, when he first came in, though, he had a frog in his throat. It's almost kind of disturbing. In that first Grinch, I mean, as much as I love it, that dog,
And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer.
he abused that dog.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that dog was terrified.
You
of
watch
him.
that cartoon and you feel so sorry for Max.
Max didn't do nothing. He abuses. I mean, I even thought like, oh, he just mentally abuses that dog, but he physically shakes
Yeah.
that dog up.
But here, him and Max are best friends.
But here, not only just to Max, in this one, the Grinch is friends and friendly to all the animals.
Sorry, little goat.
That old Grinch wouldn't have took that.
Hell no.
You don't get your big ass off me. In this version, what he is, and I say this carefully, this Grinch that we have, he's possibly just a petty, effeminate gay man who's just a shitty neighbor. Because, and look, I'm not trying to talk about anybody gay. I'm not saying it's bad to be gay. If you're gay, you're a Grinch. No, I'm just looking at this Grinch right here and just looking at his mannerisms and his way of speaking. He is a petty, possibly effeminate gay man.
Have you seen my letter?
And that right there, Max, is the true nature of the Who child. Well, then why send a letter? I mean, if it's really that important, you should just ask him face to face.
Oh, honey, Santa don't want to talk to you.
So he's basically Squidward and Bert from Sesame Street.
Brother. Squidward and Bert look like, I ain't that gay. You know what I'm saying? Do you see him? He lives by himself, and he's supposed to be a Grinch. You think he's living like Oscar the Grouch.
Right.
You go up in his house, it's just as neat. It's tidy. He tries to decorate because he's acting like he's teaching a lesson. No, fool. You decorating because that's who you are. You want a man. That Grinch is bitter and angry because he's in denial. And that's what it feels like. Hell, the other Grinch is like, be a goddamn man.
And act like a man.
It ain't, and it's, look, it's nothing wrong with that. I guess it's what it comes down to. Like, I'm actually laughing at the way he's acting. I mean, I'm not even mad about it. It's if he's gay, he's cool. But he's definitely not that crusty old son of a bitch that we know from the original. And I'm gonna tell you something. That what I see here actually makes me have a little more respect for, and I've always thought that Jim Carrey did a great job with the Grinch, regardless of what I think about the movie. But I would tell you that in that version, Ron Howard's the Grinch with Jim Carrey, at least he was bitter the whole way through.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was the Grinch.
He was.
What they did was with this, it's almost like they softened this up because they knew that they were going for a younger audience. They went out their way to not make the Grinch too scary. They didn't want him to be too mean, which I understand, but maybe not to the extent that they took it. I get it. But, I think, at this point, I'm going to pass this on to Martin, but because this is the point I'm going to deviate from what I remember and comparing this with the other Grinch to what we have here. Sure. But anything, man, go ahead.
No, that's the whole thing I thought with this. I think because when I saw the trailer, I was like, I just in concept don't like them remaking this because they didn't do a great job the last time they did it. And even the classic we remember, I always talk about how it's 24 minutes, which is twice as long as it takes to read that small book. They smooth off every rough edge to the point where he's not only is he not the 1966 Grinch, he's not a Grinch at all. He's just a green guy. But they don't like, nobody treats him any differently. He lives alone, but he's like, his big thing is, I'm just so alone. But he has all these signs that say keep out, while he has the best view in Whoville. Like, that's prime real estate. Anywhere you live in somewhere
think about that.
Where you up on a hill, those are the most expensive houses.
They're making this for a different audience, and that's kind of cool. It's actually where the Jim Carrey version tried to actually skew upwards to appeal to more adults. This one goes the opposite direction. The only thing I can say about that really makes me criticize this hard is that story-wise, whether you're comparing this to the original or not, story-wise, when you soften up the Grinch, it kind of takes away the impact of the message at the end.
Yeah.
When the Grinch's heart, when the popular line where it grows 10 times bigger than what it was, that impact is kind of lost at this point when he wasn't that bad of a guy in the first place.
Right.
And when the people just seem like people. When he's mingling with the people and you get to see their good parts along with slightly, just a tiny bit of their annoying parts, all this stuff kind of meets in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, these people aren't as pure as they were in the story, and this guy's not as horrible as he was. So for that fable that gave us that contrast, the impact is really not there.
Yeah, it's blanded down to a point where you walk away going, I didn't feel anything from that.
Yeah.
And they to lengthen it, to get it to that almost hour and a half, they throw in about 8 or 9 subplots, some that go nowhere.
Yeah.
And all it is just things to distract you to finally get to where it's going.
Since they extended it, what you got here, because it's padded out. The writing, it's as if the writers padded this out with humor from the Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Because this is not so much a fable anymore. This is almost like watching a long sitcom. And it's but tailored down for a smaller audience, you know, even edged down more. And that's what you get, a lot of padding here. And that's what I was going to tell you.
But just physical gags that don't add up to anything.
Yeah. Yeah. With this, because they do pad this out a lot. You know, it's even separating this from the original now completely, even standing on its own. Martin, you're correct. Even standing on its own, this is more of a movie that still feels long. And it's only an hour and 20 minutes.
I know.
It's only an hour and 20 minutes. And even then, it's kind of like, yeah, you know, why don't you just shave off about an hour? Because they got all those subplots in there that mean nothing. Cindy Lou Who, you got to go through her whole setup on how she needs to capture Santa. You didn't need to see all that.
No.
And the funny thing is, with those subplots, as much time they spend on them, that reindeer are Cindy Lou Who. Neither one of them are that memorable. They're completely forgettable.
Oh, that's right. And Cindy Lou Who has a whole crew.
Yeah.
And I did not mean to rhyme that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, when you talk about Dr. Seuss, you can't help it. It just kind of takes over at some point.
Martin gonna write his own book, Cindy Lou Who and the Funky Crew. Cindy Lou Who even has a subplot extending from her own subplot.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go anywhere. It's actually, why'd you even bring it up? Actually, Max even starts to bring up a subplot with that reindeer, and they just drop that as soon as it begins. Like, well, why the hell did you bring it up then? I mean, you know, all these, y'all just throwing subplots out. Y'all don't even, there's so many of them, y'all just lost control of them. Shit.
All right.
Grab it.
All right, you guys, so how long's the movie now? Hour and 10 minutes. Shit. All right. What else you got?
Yeah. Again, it's not doing anything to try to be memorable. It's doing things that Martin says is put there by committee. Of course, they had to hippity hop up the song.
Oh,
so.
no.
And it's not bad. It's by Tyler, the Creator. But it's not anything that's memorable.
No, it ain't no Happy.
No, hell no.
But they were clearly trying to go for a Despicable Me to have another one of those.
They're trying to have sort of a hip-hop Despicable Me.
Yeah, but once again, it's a bland movie focused on a villain who's actually not that bad.
As far as kids go with this movie, you know, if that little bitch ass can't handle the original Grinch, then fine. You know, this is something that they can handle. And I appreciate that they tried to do that. I have nothing against them making this for smaller kids. It's fine for them. Again, it's just something that I don't think is necessarily as long as it needs to be. Because what happens when you fill in, when you do the padding with the sitcom humor, when you do the padding with all these subplots that you're just trying to pass time with, you end up with just goofing around. You know, nothing to add to the story. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just
no, you're right. It's goofing around. That I talk about Cindy Lou Who and her crew. They spend so much time with them. There was a point I was like, wait, am I still watching the Grinch movie?
Or the Grinch himself. Sometimes the Grinch just don't have shit to do, but just fall over things, or just do silly stuff. You know, just things to get like a cheap laugh out of the kids out there. You know, to like right there, like the kids. That's just something for the kids. Like, oh look, he got words on his butt. You know, just it's him just. While some of the visuals of him doing these things are kind of cool at some points, a lot of times they're unnecessary.
This was all leading to Cindy Lou trying to get her mom some dick from the Grinch. I mean, when it comes down to the end, because they add a whole extra chapter to the story that was never there before. They got to have an epilogue, and that's really what it comes down to. I had a single mom and she hadn't been happy, and you single and come to dinner at our house.
And the Grinch is
take
like,
care of her. Make my mom happy, if you know what I'm saying.
And the Grinch is like, oh, honey, you didn't know, did you? Is Dad still in the picture? Tell him to give me a ring. When they do these Dr. Seuss movies in this CG style, I really do like the way Dr. Seuss's unique art style kind of lends itself to this colorful, playful design that they bring to the CG. I actually enjoy watching it. And you know what? In saying that, I love the designs for the characters. Sometimes, and not all of them work. A lot of the Who's just look like little mini Seth Rogens.
As a matter of fact, I noticed them repeating Who's all over the place.
Oh yeah,
because there was one I was like, oh, they got a black Who. Oh wait, there he is again.
Yeah.
All right, they made about 6 models and just repeated those throughout the movie.
Or maybe all black Who's look alike to you, Mark.
they all have beards.
It was the end of the movie where I said, man, you know something? They're really ending this on a nice tone. One of the things I can say that's different from the 1966 Grinch that I do like is that you get an extended ending where you get to see the Grinch. I'm not going to say too much about it, but you get to see a little more interaction with the Who's. And watching that, I was like, you know what? This really is kind, and it really is gentle, and it really is relatable to getting together with friends and loved ones, and it captures the holiday spirit. Well, I'm not, man. I sat down and had a long talk with myself today and said, should I admit this? Should I tell these people that I ain't gonna hear the end of it, especially from this man over here? But at the end of it, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it to you. I choked up a little bit.
Oh my God,
I did, man. At the very end, when things felt like the true message of Christmas and the holiday, which I can say that about this at the end. At least they tried to do that. I was like, damn it, this movie got me, and I don't know if I should admit it, but you know what? That's how I ain't got nothing to hide. Shit, it's my opinion. I did. I didn't look. I tear. It didn't fall. I said, don't you hit that ground. You get your ass back up there. But I got a little lump in my throat. Frustrating thing about that, for me, I just said, why couldn't you do this for the whole movie? Why couldn't the whole thing be what I'm feeling right here? Why couldn't you be this good and have this much sincerity through the whole film instead of putting this together as just some big marketing thing to cash in on kids? I wasn't, like I said, I never went through hating the movie. I just said, all right, this is not for me. It's not even that good. But I never was going to go in and give it anything lower than a low rental. But with that ending right there, I give it a nice, happy rental. I think kids could watch this with the families at home and catch that one part right there before dinner started and be like, oh, baby, that's going to be us in about 5 minutes. Good rental. I liked it. Enough to give it that.
Yeah, I saw that part, and it was too schmaltzy. I mean, it just tore a page out of actually much better movies just to put a nice stamp. But it's like, yeah, but it's a movie about the Grinch where it's supposed to be nasty so that at the end when it's nice, you get that, But
exactly.
But I couldn't get that at the end like you because I was like, it's been nice this whole time. Yeah, it's one of these things that a lot of movies have taught that I really hate is that no matter what you do, if you come and you're heartfelt and you confess your sins, people will go like, oh, well, that's okay. That is not the way life works at all, and it's dangerous for you to think that.
Yeah.
Even if you wrong somebody and you say like, hey, at least I'm admitting what I did, that means nothing.
His ass would have been hanging from a Christmas tree.
Yes, it would.
He would have been.
He would have hung an effigy to make sure that nobody else ever did that ever again.
Oh hell yeah, he would have been one of them ornaments hanging up there from his neck.
Yeah, no, it takes a while to get past comparing it to the earlier, far superior Grinches and just judge it on its own merit. Mm-hmm. And on its own merit, it's colorful. Mm-hmm. If that's your thing. Yeah, I don't feel nice about it. It's a high similar bullshit.
Oh, the Grinch has struck again.
Yeah, sorry.
But Martin loves that original, so yeah, you better.
Granted, I do. I'll put that as a disclaimer if necessary.
Yeah.
But just as a movie, it's just such a why am I watching
I
this
know.
again?
I looked up at Martin. He was looking at the movie like this.
That's about right.
This is some bullshit. Oh, yeah, I get it. In fact, I was over there. I was like, "Why is Martin still here? He needs to get out of here."
Oh, I got up at one point and I went to get some popcorn.
Oh, I saw you.
And I was like, should I just hang out? And I was like, oh, I bet Corey saw me leave.
I saw you. I thought you were going up to the projector to steal that movie from the kids. Choke out the projectionist. Come, Max.
They wouldn't have cared.
Be like, oh, well, I guess that's the end. Okay. We all start singing the thing. Why are they singing?